And I would say this too, like as far as going to like the increased revenue side of the gym, like you're not gonna get rich off selling labs and making the money on the margin. What ends up happening is, yes, you're gonna make some money on that margin, but just like you were saying, Jen, it's a really great tool for two things. Number one, upsell into personal training, nutrition. If you offer some sort of InBody scan, or if you want to get a DEXA scan set up, like you could go ahead and now that opens the door to that conversation with data in front of them that's going to help make that decision. Like, hey, I've been kind of thinking about seeing you for like nutrition. Now that I see this, let's go ahead and get started on it. So that's one of the ways, is like the upsell to the membership, which is going to increase your average revenue per member, which is one of our biggest levers of having a successful and profitable gym. The other thing that it's going to do, and like you said, it's going to increase length of engagement. It's going to increase retention. So if I have somebody who gets some data back on something like, oh wow, I really want to look at like work on this, and you go, okay, cool, we're going to put together this kind of 6-month plan for you now. You've given them like a tangible goal that now we've already set out 6 months before when we're going to get that next lab, and then that could help increase that. Now, I like to think of this, and I actually talked about it with Jason Fern from Best Hour of Their Day. And I was like, hey, like the way that this, as this becomes in more affiliates and becomes more almost required out of like health and wellness,
Yeah.
in terms of like people looking for that holistic approach on their health. They want to train, they want nutrition, but they also want labs and data. It's like this could be the potential new 6-week transformation that like made so many gyms a lot of money back in 2014 to 2018. Like, but the cool part about this is we don't have to sell them on like some gimmick diet or some treat. Like, we're actually going to take metrics on their health, and then it's a longer cycle than just some sort of like 6-week deal, which will help give them some sort of tangible goal to work towards. Which, as we know, when you have a tangible goal and you have a finish line, you have something you're training for, you're going to stay in the gym longer, and you're going to stay connected to the community, and therefore you will increase length of
100%.
engagement and retention.
And I think too, just the one other point that I want to touch on is, where I'm sure we all have members in our gym that may have family members that don't do CrossFit, or that, they talk about CrossFit at the dinner table, but then there's this whole other side across the table that's like, it's too hard for me, or I can't do it, or whatever, they don't come in. But when you get people talking about the way that they can find out like actual data points about their health in a way that doesn't exist by just going to a PCP, or even a number of different, quote unquote, outside the standard system way, where you can get all of that data theoretically, but then the follow-up isn't personalized. It's not touched back to a coach. It doesn't come into a spot where you go 3, 4, 5 times a week. Now the dinner conversation isn't about, well, how many pull-ups did I do, in my EMOM or whatever. It's more like, hey, did you know that I learned that I'm deficient in these few things? And, the coach of the gym is going to just help me change my nutrition strategy, so that whatever, comes of that. And then now it's a way to actually get people that are family members and extended friends and whatever, to know that they trust their friend. Their friend has a trusted, source of training truth, right? And around health and wellness, which is the CrossFit gym with the CrossFit coach. And now, even if that relationship now starts with, well, I'm going to bring my friend in for labs when I do my next, because she wants to know what it is too. Like, okay, cool. And like, you'll eventually get them, right? Because they're going to have things to work on too. And like you said, whether it's through personal training or maybe just, movement assessments and stuff, or whatever it might be,
Mm-hmm.
it's a way to start getting more people into the affiliate through that referral network, which was our cream to the crop top, whatever, however many years ago. Like, that was our like, that's how we got people in gym, right? Because people didn't stop talking about CrossFit.
That's right. Yep. And the way that I see this is like, it really holds true to kind of the affiliate model, meaning the foundation that I see as a CrossFit gym is the methodology that we all do CrossFit in our gyms, right? The foundation that I see with this is like the data. Like,
Yep.
we are going after like actual data, everything that exists under the sickness, wellness, fitness curve. And now we could actually see those metrics, but you still have the freedom to kind of apply that how you will to your community and what you have the ability to run it on. So meaning you could do this big expanded healthcare membership where it's at a much higher price point per month, but you're adding in a lot of extra perks like nutrition meetings, in-body scans, quarterly labs, as well as mobility assessments, maybe some
Yep.
personal training. That's all bundled into that for something that's, close to 500 or more
Yep.
dollars a month, because they want that holistic wellness approach to their training. Or it could be something as simple as we offer quarterly blood panels here, and I roll it out just like via email to get the members that are interested in that the data that they need. And that's the cool part about it. So you can kind of break this thing down. Like I do it with a mobility assessment where we take them through, a squat, a hinge, an overhead press, and just kind of look at all those movement patterns and prescribe maybe some homework around some extra stretches or some extra exercises that'll take that decreased range of motion or limited range of motion, help that fix. We do an in-body scan and get them going on their diet, set them off in the correct path as far as eating some whole foods, getting the correct amount of proteins and supplementation. And then the big punch to us is for us is that lab. So now we're able to either connect them with a physician, get their lab work, and then you bundle all that together, and now
Yep.
you have this real complete 360 look at their health.
Yep.
And so again, you could kind of break that up and make it your own, however works and whatever works with your current community and gym.
Exactly.